Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Gas, and today I'm back with another tutorial, man. Today's tutorial is on how Benjicold makes those signature ambient type beats for artists like Goonie, artists like Jace, artists like Kankan, you name it, bro. We're gonna be going over this signature style of beat, and today's tutorial is gonna be a little different from my usual tutorials. Usually I'll be starting from scratch and I'll show y'all the entire process, but today I'm just gonna be doing a little beat breakdown. So let me know which one y'all enjoy more and which one helps y'all more, just doing a breakdown like I'm gonna be doing in this video today, or in my other videos where I'm doing just like starting from scratch and showing y'all every step. Let me know which is more helpful to y'all, because really I'm down with whatever. I'm just trying something different this time around. But let's just get right into it, man. I've done enough talking. So first things first, I got this Dreaming 1 preset. It's basically just a super ambient and reverbed bell sound in Xenology. So I'm gonna just let that play out. So nothing really special, just the same length note, just over and over again, and then I had this repeating bass note every 2 bars with the C, and I made that pretty quiet, as you can see, and then I just randomized the velocities, as you can see here, by doing Alt R and then just randomizing the velocities, obviously. But that was my first sound, and then moving on, the next sound I used was this vibraphone, just like a short little bell sound that sort of complemented the main melody. So I'm gonna let that play out right now. So the next sound I used was this Kodo preset in X Band. It's in the ethnic section, and I'm pretty sure this is exactly what he used in Money Discussions by Goonie, and it just sounds tough as shit, and it really complements the other melodies, so I'll let that play out. So as you can see, really nothing crazy, just pretty much the same thing repeating with a little variation, and then just a little something to make it vary at the end. So moving on, I used another Purity preset. This was just the cheap lead, and I just had a super simple pattern with this. I just had it repeating with this, like just alternating between G and G sharp melody. I'll just let that play out. Again, pretty quiet, pretty redundant, just adding to that ambient nature of the beat. Really nothing special at all. And then of course I had to add this bell. I just got this from a random drum kit that I had. It was a one shot in it. Again, super simple, super repetitive melody. I'll let it play out. So just a little bit of variation at the end, but other than that, literally just an F4 hitting every 2 bars. Other than that, I just had this Purity Vienna strings playing like rarely, and again, just hitting every 2 bars with little variation. I'll let that play out. And that's it for the melody. Moving on to the drums, I just had this super basic clap pattern with a super basic clap, and then I'll let that play out with the hi-hats, which were pretty simple, really. I just added a few spaces just to give the beat more bounce, and then just rolls wherever I saw fit. I didn't try to spam the rolls, even though it looks like there's kind of a lot. Just wherever it sounded like empty and there needed to be more in the beat, I just added a roll there. So I'll let those two play out. Aside from the hi-hat and the clap, I had this essential rim, which is basically just like the most basic rim that you can find in any drum kit. It sounds like this. And you don't want to spam these again, like I said with the hi-hats, but really these are where these Benjicold type beats get a bunch of their bounce, and it's really what makes them super unique. I have these pretty quiet in the mix, and whenever you're doing these, you want to do them on 1/3 step so that they sound like a bit off kiltered, but at the same time it gives it like a whole lot of bounce. I'll just let it play out. And I forgot to mention with these velocities, Benjicold does this a lot in his beats, especially with the rims, but on the rolls, I just had them either going progressively down in velocity or progressively going up. And then this just like added a little bit of ear candy. Like this was just me being extra, to be honest, but I think it sounded good in the end product. And I really didn't do too much else with the drums. I had this open hat that hit on the 2 of every bar. I had a chant that didn't really have any specific pattern. It was just for more bounce than the drums. And you guys can see I'm using the word bounce a lot because that's what you want the drums and even the melody to be like in these type of beats. Because you're not trying to have some like hardcore thumping 808s that are like smacking the listener in their face. Like you just want some head nodding shit. That's really just like a vibe. And then you got this sub, which again, pretty simple. I really didn't do anything too fancy here. I just let the sub do the work, and then I had a crash right here that hit on every 8. And that's really it. I reversed this crash here. I think I did that twice in this beat, yeah. And basically I just used it as a riser to go back into the crash. And then this is that Benjicold sauce right here. This Zool keys, you can really find this in like any plug drum kit. And then same with this, like this little plug-in B ticker here. Just letting this play out for 2 bars and then putting the ticker right after. That's like the Benjicold tag with Benjicold in the middle, but I don't have Benjicold's tag, so I just put mine in the middle. But I'll let the drums and then that play out for like 8 bars. And as for arrangement of these type of beats, it's really pretty simple. Basically what I did is I just had an 8-bar pre-hook here, and then I had a chorus here, 16 bars, and then a 24-bar verse right here. And I just kept repeating that. I pasted that over here, and then I had the last 2 bars here as the outro, and really all they are is just the first 16 bars of the verse. And then I had this little master volume automation right here where I faded it out for the last 16 bars. And then I had this automation of a love filter which hit from the 17th to the 24th bar of the verse. And that's a whole lot of numbers. You guys do not need to be that specific with your automations or whatever, your arrangement. You can really just do whatever sounds good. This is just what makes sense to me. But really just find sounds that sound good together, and then just add some variation throughout the beat, especially with cutting out your drums. You definitely want to have some like dropouts with your drums to sort of catch the listener off guard, so it's not just super repetitive the entire time. You don't just want the same sounds with the same drums just playing for the entire beat, because that's going to get super played out and boring. As for mixing, I'm just going to blow through this really quick because nobody really cares. But basically, on all these, I just cut out some of the annoying frequencies in an EQ and then cut out some of the lows and the highs just to leave space in the beat for the other sounds to hit. And then pretty much on all of these sounds, I had some reverb just to make it more ambient. I had some RC20 on some of the sounds to make them sound more realistic. Some ozone imager, some fruity chorus. And these are all plugins to just make everything sound more, just more ambient. And then on the master, I just had like this is just super extra. This is my master preset, but I had a soft clipper. This is the love filter for the automation. A tiny bit of reverb, some Maximus, some EQs, stereo enhancer, fresh air, whatever. That's not really important because really all you need is a soft clipper on your master. I'm just being extra, but other than that, that's the final beat. I'm going to let this shit play out. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and then leave a comment down below with any feedback or any tutorials that you guys want to see next. I'm definitely open to ideas. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on the road to 300, and trust me, liking the videos and subscribing goes a long way. So I really do appreciate y'all. As I said, I'm going to let this beat play out. And if you guys want to hear the beat without me talking over it, a link will be in the description. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all. Peace.